Hi, I wanted to talk about two oils that are on offer this month with doTERRA. One of them is ginger oil and the other one is eucalyptus oil. And eucalyptus you will get for free if you order over 125 PV by the 15th of the month, and ginger you will get 10% off. So I wanted to give you a little bit of information about both oils. I'll start with ginger. Ginger root, we're quite familiar with this and how to use it in the kitchen. And the oil is derived from the inside of the ginger root. So if you're using it in tea, I suggest you chop it up really, really small so that you get all those oil sacs and get all that flavor into the water. The ginger oil itself has a slightly different scent to me. I find it's a bit warmer, more lemony, and not so sharp how ginger may be. And ginger as an oil, and in a similar way to the root, has similar effects. It's warming. So for example, if your hands and feet feel cold, it helps with the circulation and supports the body to stay warm throughout. It's also good for digestion, which we know from the ginger root. For example, is often used in teas that are good for digestion. So the oil itself is good for digestion as well, and you can put that on your belly. And it helps with, for example, nausea. So that's one of the digestive issues, I guess you can call it, that it helps with. So if you're anything like me and wavy, wonky cars make you feel a bit sick, ginger will be your friend. It's also good for the musculoskeletal system, so any aches and pains in joints, it's warming to the sort of the cold, stiff feeling that we may have. So you can put that with fractionated coconut oil on muscles and bones to warm and make it feel better, and supports the body in that way. It's also good for the respiratory system. So any kind of congestion in the lungs, it helps the lungs to open up and helps you to breathe deeper. So a very nice oil to have in a diffuser. And on an emotional level, the oil is good for any kind of confusion or fogginess, foggy mind, loss of motivation, and loss of motivation especially due to burnout and stress. It helps. I feel it's quite warming and recovering and uplifting. It's also seen as the oil of manifestation. So it's a nice oil to work with on a regular basis if you have a project or something you're working on that you want to manifest. So it's a lovely oil to work with that. And in terms of some of the safety precautions with it, it's you can use it in food. Of course, the doTERRA version or any other version I wouldn't know and I wouldn't recommend. Beautiful to blend with black pepper is one of the oils that it goes really well with. Cardamom, clary sage are some of the oils. And it should be avoided if the person has any gallbladder disease. So avoid it for those people. And eucalyptus oil, the free oil of the month. Eucalyptus you're probably familiar with, and the scent that is really like, whoa, invigorating, opening up to the lungs. So yeah, as soon as we inhale eucalyptus, we get that deep inhale. So it's good for the lungs. It's good for any kind of digestion to help you breathe deeper. I kind of start wanting to breathe deeper myself as I talk about it. So it's a really nice oil to have diffusing if you have any kind of lung-related congestion going on, nose-related sort of things. So it's good for that. It's also good for digestion in the same way that ginger is. Both oils are supportive to the lungs, to the digestive system, and to the musculoskeletal system. The difference is that ginger is warming and eucalyptus is actually more cooling. So in the same way that if your joints and muscles feel like they're hot and burning and it's uncomfortable for that reason, it's nice oil to use as a cooling effect, and it has a cooling effect on the skin. So anytime, similarly to peppermint, these oils help you to feel cooler. So a nice one to maybe spritz on yourself if you feel like you're overheating for any reason. So it's very nice oil to use as well in breath work. So if you're practicing any kind of meditation, breath work, have any kind of congestion, nice one to use for that. And similarly to how it's cooling in general, it's also cooling for emotions. So if there's been a heated argument, it's a nice oil to diffuse afterwards to just feel that cooling and calming. But it's also a focusing oil, so it brings your attention to what needs doing. And it stimulates the mind, similarly to rosemary oil. And it's beautiful to blend with, actually, with rosemary and with grapefruit. Rosemary, grapefruit and eucalyptus is a beautiful blend. With peppermint, with lavender as well, and with lemon and eucalyptus is a very nice blend as well. So you can diffuse those around the house, or for example put them into your shampoo. Rosemary is very good for shampoo, and as is eucalyptus, so you have this invigorating experience in the shower in the morning. And I think that is all I have to say for these two oils. Of course, there's so much more we can blend and do. One thing about eucalyptus is best avoided around infants and small children, especially near nose or mouth. So it's fine to diffuse, just keep it further away from them. And that's it. And I hope you enjoy the two oils.